Hello YouTube, welcome back, and also back from my trip to the UK and of course Play Expo in Manchester. A great weekend it was, and I was there for the 2 days. Went with a couple of friends. We drove up from London and stayed at a hotel called the Lennox Lee Hotel. It was a pleasant stay. And the next day, before we headed back to the event, we quickly stopped by at a local car boot sale that was nearby. It takes place every Sunday at the Bowlers Exhibition Centre. Had a quick look around there and bought a couple of items, nothing special. And then from there we just headed back to the event. My quick thoughts on the event: thoroughly enjoyed it. It was a great weekend, and I didn't have any of the issues that some of you guys were having at the start. As I mentioned, we just drove up from London, and by the time we got to Manchester, checked in at the hotel, and then headed for Event City, it was already 4 o'clock in the afternoon. But I was there till about 7ish, so it was thoroughly enjoyed myself, and it was also great meeting up with some of you guys um, from the YouTube gaming community. It certainly was fun, and hope to do it again next year. And I mostly stayed in the replay section. The cosplay was fun, especially the ladies, and there was a Lara Croft there walking around. She looked pretty hot. Also, there were some guys there dressed in the Ghostbusters gear. That was pretty cool. But as for the now playing a pro play, I really didn't bother with that at all. It was just pointless. I did at one point try to head on over to the Nintendo stand where they were showing off the Wii U, but there was a queue a mile long. It was just I just gave up in the end. So yeah, that's basically it really. And I did get a couple of items, nothing special, but there wasn't really much to buy. And as I mentioned before, we only got to the show about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so probably most of the good stuff had already gone. Console Passion being the main traders again at the show, and somewhat disappointed by them, as I got this impression that they were selling off last year's stock, selling the games that they had last year at Replay. And also did a trade with then and there with Stuart, aka Tutti UK. I'll show you what we traded, and he has since done a video showing what I gave him, and I got in return 2 PS1 games and an Xbox title. They complete the series in the franchise. And first up is Dino Crisis. It is boxed and complete. Next up is Dino Crisis 2. No manual included, but that doesn't bother me at all. And finally, Dino Crisis 3 on the Xbox. And it is complete, in great condition. So many thanks again for doing the trade, Stuart. It was awesome. It was great meeting you and all that. And my reason for wanting this was I'd recently watched Starship Troopers Invasion, which is a CGI movie, really good, recommended. And just felt in the mood for monsters in space. And yeah, that's the trade that we did. I also did a trade with Tony, aka Electric Adventures. Now, he had a trades list of some games that I was interested in, but unfortunately I had nothing up for trade, and I asked him if he would send me over a list of some of the Master System games that he needed to complete his power collection. And while at Play Expo, I'll look out for them, and which I did, and bought a few games for him, which I'll leave it for him to show you in his next pickups video. And right guys, without further ado and waffling on, I'll show you guys what I got at Play Expo, and also some items, some eBay purchases, some items that I got at a retro shop in London, a couple of items that I bought off John, aka the Stig, and also in the post today, the trade that I did with Tony, aka Electric Adventures. So first up at Expo, as well as the Master System games that I got for Tony, which I'll let him show you in his video. For myself, I got RC Grand Prix. They're all boxed and complete, and still got the Willy Winky on top. And that was £6. Outrun, that was £7. And Tom and Jerry the movie. Actually, I should quickly show you the screenshots at the back. If it gets in focus. Of course, we all know Outrun by now. I'll just show you the Master System version anyway. And finally, Tom and Jerry the movie. Also, I was staying at my parents' house, and while there, I found this Rambo 3, which is boxed and complete. Screenshots in the back. I must have left it behind at one time, completely forgot about it. And inside, not only is there the game, I also found a Lynx game, which is Xenophobe. That's pretty cool. Nice little find there. Also at Expo, I got. I was at the. Was it Anime Bay store? Oh, it's called now, and picked up a couple of games there. And some Mastertronic games for the Commodore 64. Dark Star. They're all 50p each. Excalibur. I've always liked the cover to this. Bump, Set and Spite. I think it's a volleyball game. The on their Entertainment USA label. And finally, Kickstart. So, £2, not bad. Also, picked up. Just move these out of the way. Marvin's Marvelous Adventure for the Amiga 1200. Now this was a £5. It's a platform game, very much like. I should move these out of the way so you can see it better. There you go. Comes on 4 discs. Also instructions are included. As I said, it was just a £5. And in all hindsight, I think that's what I got. That's all I got there. I also picked up, they had the latest issue of Retro Fusion magazine, issue 3. Cool magazine. This was $5.95. If you can see that. Loads of goodness there. Retro goodness. And that's all I got at the show. I did mention that I popped into a local car boot sale and I got just 2 items. First up is Raymond's Origins on the Xbox 360. It is boxed and complete. I tried to haggle it down to £8. She originally wanted it. She wanted £12 for it. So she wouldn't have it. We sort of met midway at £10. So not bad. And also another 360 game. It's a TV show that I'm enjoying watching at the moment. I've even got the books, and that is Game of Thrones. As you can see, it's a promotional copy. It's still sealed. When I was, because the store that I was looking at was mostly selling DVDs, and came across this, and I asked him how much he wanted for it, and I was expecting him to say £10, and he looked at it and just said 50p. So how about that? 50p for a promotional copy of Game of Thrones. Now I've been wanting, not so much big into playing the game. I wouldn't mind trying it out, but buying it over here would have cost me €60. So for 50p, yeah, you can't go wrong. Pretty pleased with that. So that's what I got while I was in Manchester. Now, in London, I popped into a local retro game store, which they also had some flyers going around at Expo. And it's called the Retro Base Game Store. Is it Retro Game Base? Something like that. I was actually going to film the store, but I completely forgot to take my camera with me. I did also have my mobile, but the batteries were sort of going low. The camera wasn't having it, but I'll show you some photos of what the store looked like. I actually found some on the internet, and I'll show you what they look like, what the store looks like. There you go. And at the store, I got two Atari 2600 games. First up is they're both loose. So Defender 2, and that was just £4, and Kangaroo, games that I needed for my Atari 2600 collection, and also two NES titles, which I got again loose. Roller games by Konami, and finally Wraith of the Black Manta, sorry, by Taito. This one comes with the Nintendo sleeve and the instructions. And that was, how much was that? Did have the price on it. I think it was $4.94. Oh, I did have the price on it a minute ago. I think I got it for $4.49. So there you go. That's what I got at the shop. Now, also I popped into Computer Exchange and I got, oh actually I completely forgotten, I also did get from the retro game based store 6 Commodore games. Now they were doing free for a £5, so I got 6. And first up is, they're all boxed and complete, Cobra, there's Roadrunner, some screenshots on the back. Screenshots are taken from the arcade version. Some screenshots on Cobra. Focus, there we go. You can see that. Hardball. A really cool baseball sim. Space Raider by Data East. Again, it's showing the arcade screens at the back. And Parallax. I've always loved the cover to this game. Game is good too though. And finally, Metrocross. Again, it's just showing the arcade screens at the back. So in total, I think I spent just under £20 for all this lot. Just for that. And finally, I popped also into Computer Exchange and picked up for the PlayStation 3, Max Payne 3 for £18. It is boxed and complete. Actually, I put in the little flyer from Retro Game Base. Bit of publicity there for them. I'm sure they'll like that. It's actually a great little store. Definitely worth checking out if you live in London. And also got some back issues. I actually got these from a friend. Some back issues of Retro Gamer. This one's a really good read because of the grandstand handhelds. Very much like. And finally, the latest issue. So I got myself at on the way back down from Manchester. We stopped at a service. So yeah, pretty much it. Right, I also got. I bought a couple of items off John, aka the Stig. He had, as you all probably know, he's selling off his game collection, just holding on to his PlayStation 3 and Atari 2600 stuff. And he sold me a couple of machines, which I was very much interested in, and I'll show you what they are. And first up was, and I've got it out of the box at the moment because I've been playing it a lot lately, and that is TurboGrafx, the power version. It is all there, leads, adapters and manual, and got it here. Really nice condition it is too. Very pleased. So, controller there. And it also, very surprisingly, I didn't expect any, came with some games. And obviously it came in with the pack-in game, which was Blazing Lasers, which is obviously Gunhead. But it also came with a box complete Packland. And 2 loose cards. First up is Legendary Axe. And finally, Galaga 90, which is basically Galaga 88. So really appreciate it, many thanks for that. Also, the second item was a computer. Oops. And that is for the MSX Toshiba HX20. Is it HX20? It is, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Fantastic condition. Show you the back of it. We've got another cartridge slot there. I'm really chuffed. Many thanks again, mate. Appreciate it, and gave me a really good deal on them, including postage. All this for £80, which I'm really chuffed. So just put that on there for a sec. Many thanks again for that, mate. And I put all the channels, all the people that I've mentioned, I put all their links below to their channels. And what else did I get? Onto the trade I did with Tony, aka Electric Adventures. I have opened it to make it easy on camera. Move all this out of the way. Piling up over here. And it was for the trade that we did was for some Master System games. I'll be sending his stuff over in the next few days. And show you what he sent me. Oh. You can see these. Alright, you'll send me an Atari 2600 game. China Syndrome. A Spectra video release. Pretty cool. That's another addition to my Atari collection. Oh, actually, now that I'm seeing a note that Tony sent me, I've got to read out John's note. So I'll read it out quickly. And it says, "Hey Richard, thanks for buying this stuff, mate. Hopefully Mr. Postman has treated it well and it's arrived safely. Hope you have fun with it. Best wishes, John." Again, many thanks, mate. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I'm dropping everything on the floor here, aren't I? Now to Tony's note, which is reads, "John, enclosed are the Moss games you're after. Due to box size constraints, I did have to send one without its case, but have included the overlay. A couple of extra bits and pieces in them for you too. Regards, Tony, aka Electric Adventures." Many thanks. No worries about the boxes. I'm not too fussed as long as I get the games. I just really want to play these games. Not too bothered of seriously collecting for the Master System. So first up, we've got Action Fighter. This game I used to play loads back in the day. It was one of the first games I played on the Master System. Nicely packed, bubble wrap there. No instructions. But again, not a problem, it doesn't bother me at all. Next up we have Ghouls and Ghosts. Just a cartridge. We have Time Soldiers. This one comes with the instructions. bonus. And oh, okay. some trading cards here. Pretty cool. Here's the bit of stuff in here. Scissors. Actually, I'll just try to do it with my hands, my fingers. Okay, next up we've got Back to the Future 3. Which I picked this up recently on the Mega Drive, so I'll be interested to see the Master System version. Oh, Spellcaster. Cool. Completely forgot about this game. And I take it, this last game from the Master System is, I think, Battle. Which is the one you mentioned that you sent the inlay. And also I'm seeing a game. We've got Running Battle. And also, cool. A Sega Game Pack 4-in-1 for a game. Excellent, many thanks for that, mate, appreciate it. And he also sent me some Star Wars, let's show these as well. Flight of Fantasy trading cards. So I've got some Star Wars trading cards here. Pretty cool. Info on the back on the card themselves. Yeah, I do like collecting the odd trading cards. Han Solo there. Some info on the back. And he also sent me some of these. I've never seen these before. Got 2 packets. So let's open these. I'll show you all of them. It's really cool ones though. Actually, looks pretty cool actually, that one. Get some really cool ones. Pretty, actually quite, some good artwork there. I've never seen these. It's quite a few to get through. I would have actually take some info, or basically some info on the card itself. Excellent. Cheers, mate. Many thanks for that. Some great artwork, must say. Just quickly show you one more. Wow, this looks cool. So there you go. Many thanks for that, mate. Most appreciated. I do like collecting the odd trading card, and this will definitely add to my collection. Right then, I do have some more stuff to show you, some eBay purchases, so I'll flip the camera over and back in a bit. Right then, on to some eBay purchases, and first up is a computer that I got back in 1998. Had it for about 6 months, then sold it on, obviously to get something else at the time. But ever since then, I've sort of been looking out for one, and figured it was a good time to get one back into the collection, and that is a Commodore 16. It's in very good condition. It's been well and truly looked after, not a mark or dent on it at all. Just the old sticker there. It's obviously been in a good home. Got a cartridge slot there, your own connections. The underside. Just a slight lift there on the Commodore 16 label, but again, not a problem, easily fixed. It also came with a tape recorder, again in fantastic condition. The wire itself does have some stickers or sticker residue on it, but again, a bit of TLC, it can be easily fixed. It also came with some tapes. I believe this came from a starter pack, so you got the an introduction to basic, part 1, tape 1, and tape 2, and then you got a tape with some games on it, which you got Zap, Punchy, and on the outside you have Rolf Harris Picture Builder and Chess. It also came with its manuals, so you got the Introduction to Basic Part 1, which is obviously for the Commodore 16 as well as the Plus 4. It's in really good condition. Got some leaflets there, 5-year cover plan. A bit there. You've got the instructions for the games. And then you got the user manual for the Commodore 16. And finally, the instructions for the tape recorder. And I got all this for £30 including postage. Because I was in London, I had it delivered to my parents' house, and I got in contact with the seller. And because I was in London at the time, I told him we'd be okay to collect the machine, and he had no problems with that, so he knocked off a tenner. I went up to North London to collect the machine, so in the end I got it for £20, about there, £20. So yeah, it did come in its original box, but it was very tatty and worn, and had it been in really good condition, I would have kept it, sort of leave it at my parents' house and get it sent at a later date. But because the box was too big to put in a suitcase, and I was already well over the weight limit, did have to pay extra to bring some of these items over. I figured there was no point in keeping the box. It's really and truly battered and had brown tape all over it, so I just threw the box away, sadly. But there you go. Can't have it all, but I'm still very pleased with the machine. I'm hoping to get some more games, not too many, because I'm planning to get the flash drive where you can just hook it up to the computer, and with an SD card, just put some games on it, and you're good to go. So there you go, my Commodore 16. Right, and on to another computer that I got on eBay. But this time I had it delivered to a friend's house, again in London, because he's a big fan of this computer, just as much as I am, so that probably gives it away as to what it is. But I saw this computer come up about a month ago, and the seller was asking £120 on a buy it now, but was accepting offers. So I put in a cheeky offer of £80, and he accepted, plus the additional £10 postage. I got it for £90. Now, including this one, I've only seen it come up twice, and the previous one was going for €250 plus the £40 postage. So you're looking at 290. So for £90, it was just too good a deal to pass on, so I went ahead and bought it. And this thing weighs a ton. It's a Yamaha MSX computer. It's an MSX1. It's the CX5M2 meaning it's got 128K. Now there is the CX5M, which has 32K. So obviously this one has more memory. But again, like the Commodore 16, it's in beautiful condition. Not a mark or dent at all on it. Cartridge slots there, 2 cartridge slots. On the sides you've got the power switch, and you've got some connections there. See mic, and then you've got audio. Too sure this one is obviously for the keyboard. On the back you've got the usual connections that you expect from these machines. Obviously you've got your reset button, printer, cassette, RGB, video, audio, and all those little bits there. On the side you got 2 joystick ports, very nicely covered with these little covers, keep it dust free. Now on the underside, that's the best bit, a real bonus to find this, because there was no mention of this at all on the auction. Came with this, the FM voicing program 2. Now I've seen this recently on eBay. Just the car itself, that's what it looks like. On its own, from Netherlands, it was going for £80 on the buy it now, plus the additional £15 postage. So you're looking at £95 for this little thing. So it's such a bonus to come with the machine. As I said, I wasn't expecting that at all. A real bonus. So for £90, makes it even a better deal. It also came with the FM Music Composer 2. Now again, this loose will set you back £30 on eBay. It also came with all the your usual leads that one would get that comes with the machines, and also came with the manuals. Yamaha FM voice, no, that's the owner's manual. Then you got the FM voicing program 2 manual. And then you got another one here. So that's obviously 502, that's 501, whatever that means. And then it also comes with the MSX Basic Reference Manual. It's a bit tatty on the front, but oh no, it's still in good shape. Fantastic. It did come boxed, but like the Commodore 16, it was in bad shape. Brown tape, totally tatty and worn. And again, had it been like in good condition like the Commodore 16, I would have kept it at my parents' house and have it delivered at a later date, or when I next pop over. But it really wasn't in bad shape, so sadly it just had to go. I binned it. But this thing weighs a ton. So just as heavy as the original Xbox, if not heavier. But yeah, I'm really pleased with it. For £90, can't go wrong. So that's my Yamaha MSX computer. Okay, would you believe, on to another computer. This wasn't an eBay purchase. This was bought from an online retro store called Flashback Games, obviously in the UK. They had this machine going on the buy it now for I believe it was £70, but were accepting offers, so I put in an offer of £60. They accepted it, obviously with the postage. I got it for £70. It was boxed. Box was in much better condition, but this one I did leave at my parents', so I will have it sent later or collect it at a later date. And that is a Commodore VIC-20. Now, obviously came with all the leads and the power supply. but didn't come with the manuals. So not too fussed, but it's in fantastic condition, no yellowing at all. So I'm really pleased to have this in the collection. Again, like Commodore 16, I don't intend to buy too many games for it, just going for the flash card that you can obviously just hook onto the machine, and with the SD card just put some games on it and good to go. But there are a couple of originals I would like to get, for examples like Punchy, Hunchback, and also Perils of Willy, which is part of the Jet Set Willy series. And obviously I can use the Commodore 64 tape recorder. I do have two of them. So yeah, pretty pleased with this one. So there you go, Commodore VIC-20. Next up is an eBay purchase for a batch of games that I got for a computer that I'm hoping to get sometime soon. In fact, the wife is planning to get it for me as a Christmas present. I'm just really looking out for a really good condition one, preferably boxed. I'm not too fussed though, but as long as it doesn't have any yellowing to it. And that is the Dragon 32, which is basically the English equivalent of the Tandy Color Computer. And the games are Chucky Egg, just quickly go through them so they don't take too much time. Hunchback, Grabber, Jet Set Willy, Caterpillar 2, which is basically a clone of Centipede, got Golf, Bug Diver, it's a Mastertronic release, Dragon Chess, Ultimate Adventure 4, The Dark Pit, which is also compatible with the Tandy Color Computer. What are you doing there? Space War, Cuthbert Goes Digging. Oh, must you? And Frogger, The King. I actually have this, but I've got it under the other title of the Monkey King before the name change. Also have Frogger. But the game that I got it for was Demon Seed, which is basically a Phoenix clone, a very good one too. Used to play loads back in the day at a friend's house. Also came with Planet Invasion, Speed Racer, obviously no inserts to these, or inlays, Datafall, Computer Voice, which also comes with the instructions. Also came with some Dragon Quick Reference Guide. Came with 2 copies of Legit by Imagine, Junior's Revenge, Mansion, Transylvanian Tower, Periscope. Not too sure what that one is, or no, this one, this Laser Run, looks pretty naff tape, but there you go. There was a few others, but they were just blank tape, so I just threw them away. And I got all that for about £20 including postage. And in all honesty, I just really wanted it for this game. But cool to have the others. Now I'm hoping at some point I can get also Cashman, 2 Galaga clone type games. And I think that's basically it. Oh, and I'm also looking for Draconian, which is basically a clone of Bosconian by Namco. So there you go. Dragon 32 games. On to some MSX games that I got from a very good friend of mine, and the same friend that I had the Yamaha MSX computer delivered to. he had some loose carts of games that he already had and sold them to me for a very good price. But before I tell you the price, I'll just quickly show you what I got from him. First up, Hyper Rally. Show you the back there, but they're pretty much the same. Old school Konami logo there, which is the one I do prefer the most. Road Fighter. There you go, pretty much the same. Sky Jaguar. F1 Spirit. Excellent game. Love the soundtrack to this game. I actually have the original soundtrack on CD. Excellent. Nemesis Free, which is boxed with instructions, but sadly doesn't have the little tray inside that stops the cartridge from knocking about. But there's the instructions. Black and white. Plain and simple. Obviously the box, and on the back the screenshots. Might as well show you the screenshots, seeing that we've got the box. And of course the cartridge. Also I got Cuba, fantastic game. Really, truly enjoyable to play. I've been meaning to get this game for quite some time now, but it does fetch a fair bit on eBay. Knock you about £30 to £40 loose cart, so I'm really chuffed to have that. And also King and Balloon by Namco, or Namcot as they were known back in the day. Comes in this strange design, weird looking cart. Not too sure what the story is there behind that hole, but I'm pretty sure Namco have a good reason for it. I guess it's just their way of being arty about it. And I also got Antarctic Adventure and also Vampire Killer, otherwise known as Castlevania, for the MSX2. But I was at my in-laws the other night and took the MSX with a whole bunch of games and left those two behind. So I'll have to collect those ones at a later time. And there you have it. That's what I got from my friend. And he very kindly sold all this lot for a very good deal of £20. Which is really good, considering that the majority of these carts, even loose, can knock you back 20, 30, 40 pounds. So that's really, really kind of him. So many thanks again, mate. Really chuffed. And those were the games I got from him. Well, that's about it, really. That was my pickups and trays and items that I've been buying. Sort of mixed bag of everything, really, on various systems and all sorts of games. Many thanks to Stuart, aka Tutti UK, for the trade. Certainly great meeting you there, and hope to do it again next year. And many thanks to Tony, aka Adventures, for the trade, and appreciated for the extra bonus items. Really good of you, nice of you to do so. And also John, aka the Stig, for the two machines, and really pleased with them, mate, and certainly having a lot of fun with them. So many thanks to all you guys, and as always, as I mentioned before, I put the links to all their channels below. And as for me, until the next time, bye for now, and take care.